We're looking at the Manatee River waterfront area of Palmetto, Florida, from the Bradenton waterfront right across the Manatee River. To our left or west, we see that Palmetto becomes very green and very pretty. Old, big, beautiful houses, all of that outside of the price range for those of us who work for a living, but still very nice. Looking the other way from the downtown area, we see the Green Bridge, named after a person. Obviously, it's not the color green. And nestled behind the Green Bridge, we see some high-rise, mid-rise, whatever, condominiums that Palmetto has thoughtfully stuck off in the corner where they can't bother so many people. I know every town in Florida has to have those expensive condominiums. Most of them haven't sold, so if you want a good deal on one, you might check out the Palmetto ones. They're called Riviera or something. But that's enough of looking at Palmetto from afar. Let's go there. This is the marina we saw from across the river. Look at that, $199 a month slips. Wow, Bradenton residents sure don't get that kind of deal. I ought to check it out. It's only a mile away across the river. Here's another marvelous thing Palmetto has. A nice active boat ramp right in the middle of just about downtown. Easy to get to. So even those of us on really low boating budgets are welcome to use the river here. That is so nice. A lot of good-sized in-the-water sailboats around here too, as you can see from that forest of masts. Nice, not overdone condo building with metal roof. That's right across the street from the riverfront. Good view, and it's not an overdone building. It's actually kind of nice. And in this building, also right across the street from the riverfront, the fitness center is now open. Might as well have something scenic to look at if you're going to be working out, eh? And be in a nice looking building at that. Not shabby. Palmetto has not yet totally been taken over by the greedies. This little rental operation here is only a block from the river. You can walk to the marina, and you know, it's not expensive and all high-rise and all fancy. Actual ordinary people can and do live here in Palmetto. It's hard to say how much longer this will still be true. There's work going on to make it only a haven for the greedies, at least in the nice parts of town. But, you know, we'll take it while it lasts, and maybe their real estate downturn will keep them from bothering us for a while. Here's a nice little old basic Florida college. Right here, also a block away from the river at Palmetto. No mansion, but hey, with a place like this and nice little lovely Florida yard, who needs a mansion, right? The Crusader building. Nice old classic Florida office or apartment building, now being used for offices. But yeah, still has those nice balconies up there. This is obviously home to a bunch of nice little local businesses, including, it says here, the Crusader Cafe. We'll have to come over and try some of their great lunches, won't we? An office building that has a cat lurking in its shrubbery. Can't be all bad, can it? On one side of this lovely tree-lined street, a stalwart old Methodist church. Directly across from the Methodists, the equally stalwart First Baptist Church. Looking down the street, the trees go on and on. Lovely old growth Florida trees. Wonderful place for a little ride or drive, isn't it? One of my personal favorite Palmetto businesses, Growers Hardware. It's closed today, being Sunday, but 6 days a week, it's a great hardware store. run by old men who know where everything is and can tell you how to use every tool too. Excellent. I strongly recommend giving them your business if you're anywhere in the area. Walmart and even Home Depot are cheaper on some things, but value added. Totally. Growers is the place to go. The North River Family Health Center. Another nice little Palmetto institution. It's got the lab, everything, bunch of doctors, some pretty good physician's assistants, all in one place. In fact, my wife and I go here just to show you that Palmetto is absolutely not a hoity place. Look at that trailer park right there. And this trailer park is not just any trailer park, but it's one that's right on the river. And if you can't even afford a trailer, and you have to be over 55 to live there, why, right next to that, some very inexpensive little apartments that you can rent, even if you work in one of the tomato packing plants that are the original reason for Palmetto to be here. Agriculture and industry are the traditional reasons for Palmetto's existence, specifically tomato packing, and the largest tomato packer here is, and for many years has been, Taylor and Fulton, who are now starting to move some of their growing operations to Mexico. Of course, this is what we're seeing more and more of in Palmetto these days, villas and all that. As you can probably guess, your tomato pickers and packers are not the target market for these places. In fact, nobody is really sure right now who is the target market for these places. Apparently a whole lot of speculators bought them up in pre-construction, so a bunch of them are empty, and well, I don't know if the builders have gone broke yet, but an awful lot of the people building these sort of overblowns here in Florida are going broke. It seems that there weren't quite as many greedies willing to live in someplace like Palmetto, a town once called Palm Ghetto, sarcastically, as they thought. That's okay. Yes, there's a lot of new construction in Palmetto. When I first came here about 5 years ago, there were no buildings like this, which you got to admit is pretty darn good looking, at least for a Florida waterfront high-rise. But here's the great thing about Palmetto. You might have those few high-rises, but you still have lots and lots of nice, humble, mobile homes for regular people to live in this case retirees, since this is an over 55 retirement type trailer park where actually we know some very nice people. And for whatever it's worth, so far all the people I've met who lived in those riverfront, overpriced, overheight condominium buildings were kind of snooty, nose in the air people. But down here at the Palm Bay Mobile Home Park, they have this sign with a flag that says, "God bless America," and they mean it. And as long as you have that, Palmetto will still be a great place to live, same as it is today.